evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry. This is the third time that the live stream has crashed on me for the first time. Hopefully we can get through this. All right, quickly. Let's get to the news quickly before it crashes again. Quickly. All right, everyone. Adrian is on the line right now. Adrian, say good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
This evening, all right. Huh? What'd you say?
Really late evening.
I mean, look. I've been having technical difficulties all evening. Okay, please get off my back. All right. So we've got a lot of news happening. All right. The Little Mermaid trailer has come out. Finally. Okay. We got Lindsay Lohan is pregnant. Adrian, did you know?
Yep, and Lance Reddick, rest in peace.
Yes. I forgot to put in the live. And then we've got drama with Zendaya and La Roach. We got the Wicked movie getting closer to our screens. We've got the new movie Beef. We got the Oscars, Brendan Fraser, Selena Gomez finally reaching 400 million followers on Instagram, and more. So please, let us continue our news tonight. Please, the internet gods and the universe of electricity, please do not let my live stream crash. Please. Maui! Oh my god. I know, Maui. I don't want the live to crash. Okay, Maui, please. It's time. It's time for the live. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into this news. First news! We've got the Little Mermaid trailer finally came out. Also, can you hear me and see me properly, Ada?
Yeah. Loud in my end, though. Like, anything that you do is already... My TV is probably about...
No. The lag, is normal. It's normal. Hi, Jackson. Wow, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, I'll tell you that. But anytime you're here is a good time. Anyways, back to the news. We've got the Little Mermaid trailer. I was excited to see it. I had goosebumps. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's upset that she's not white, but it looks so good though. And I'm excited to see it and then hear the drama afterwards. Yes, that's the debate that people are saying, that, you know, the Little Mermaid is a fictional character, so she could be any race. And
The Little Mermaid is a fictional character based on a book by the guy who wrote it, who was like... and Ariel wasn't even the name of the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid didn't even have a name, and Ariel is not even Scandinavian as the author is. It's actually Hebrew, and it's a boy's name.
Ariel, that's right. I have a cousin named Ariel, and he's a man. So, but anyways, and Maui, his whole tail is in the live. We got the trailer, right? Watch, and you'll see. Abraham, please don't ruin it. Someday I'll be Maui. Bro, Maui just knocks a lot of things. Oh yeah, sorry about of all the notifications for the live. It's because it kept crashing. My live stream kept crashing, and I don't know if it's about to crash. So yeah, but that's why I had to like restart it over and over again. But anyways. Look at the visuals. We've got Ursula's, how you say, tentacles? Is that how you say it, Adrian? They're tentacles.
Yeah, they're tentacles.
Yes, gripping Ariel. Gripping her. And then we got Hallie. Right, that's how you say her name. I keep saying Haley, but I think it's Hallie. We got her flipping her hair. It was a beautiful shot. And here's more shots. Oh my god, I don't know who's playing. What is his name? Is it King Neptune or King Triton?
Oh, Triton.
Right. The dad, Ariel's dad. So here's the first look, right? Beautiful, but everybody's upset that you cannot see more skin. They're like, he better take off that chest plate at some point. I mean, I kind of agree. Anyways, we got Melissa. How do you say McCarthy? We got her as Ursula. Here it is again. We saw this in the sneak peek trailer, but now here she is again. And we got another shot of Haley or Hallie. Oh my god! You see, I keep saying it wrong. Again, the beautiful shot. Look at those tentacles. Look at those tentacles. They're glowing. They're beautiful. And there is the shot of Hallie going with her hair. This is where she got her legs. As you can see at the bottom, where the subtitles, it says, Sebastian, the crab, says, she got legs, you idiot. I guess Sebastian's talking to the seagull right there. In this movie, I guess the seagull has like a light orange, almost yellow. Oh my god, what happened? Okay, the live's still going. Okay, I don't know what happened to Adrian's phone. Unless his phone died. Oh my god. Okay, he better call me back. So the seagull looks different. Oh, Adrian's calling me back. Hey, Adrian, what happened? I was scared.
Your phone stopped.
My phone stopped?
Yeah, and I think it was on mute, but...
No, it wasn't on mute. It wasn't on mute.
No, I think it was on mute because I never touched it. I was on the phone.
Oh, okay. But anyways, we got the first look of Sebastian the crab. Look at that crab! What is that? What is that crab? I mean, look, I know this movie is supposed to be realistic, but I'm sorry, that crab looks like I'm about to eat it. Like, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be in a cartoon, and that's what everybody's been complaining about all the Disney remakes. The animals look too realistic. Like, they should make it a little bit more cartoony, kind of like how Sonic, they remade it because everybody bullied the animation studios into changing Sonic. Are we? Oh, what are you doing under there? You scared me. Oh, he's hiding under the desk. We got Hallie again, an ocean with the fishies, and she's singing. We got her like dramatic on the roca. We got her with Prince Eric. I'm very excited because I've never seen this actor before. I didn't look up anybody's names. I'm sorry, but you can look it up on Google. The cast, and I'm excited to see if he plays a good Eric. Okay. We got this beautiful shot with Ariel and the dolphins. And finally, here we come to the drama, all right? So they dropped a new poster. They dropped an all-new poster. This one is very colorful, unlike the other one that was like a little bit more gloomy and dramatic. This one's colorful, playful. Has the fish. You can see Eric, Ursula, her dad. And Sebastian and Flounder isn't very colorful in this one, because they wanted him to look like a real fish. So there's the poster. And then on the right, all the way to the right, we've got fan art by Luz Tapia. Love her art. We'll follow her on Twitter. This is her handle, Luz Tapia Art. The trailer for hashtag Little Mermaid is everything at Halle Bailey. Oh my god, I almost said Bieber. All the Bieber news. And here it is. It's so cute and colorful, and oh my god, it's everything. I love her style. Now to the drama. Hashtag Little Mermaid trailer on YouTube is currently being mass disliked by racists, but I don't know how they got that information, but okay. And the recently released trailer has over 600,000 dislikes, and the teaser trailer over 3 million dislikes.
It's likely internet trolls.
Yeah, that's what they mean by racist.
People
It's
that
like
are just upset about things for no reason. They're like, oh, it's not authentic. I'm like, Disney has not done a single princess essentially right.
Yeah,
like,
because Pocahontas was like, she did not fall in love with that man.
Can I also add the fact that Mel Gibson was in there. Like, that's all you need to know. That
Wait, where was
it is
Mel?
not accurate.
Where? He was
He
involved?
was the voice of John Smith.
What? Mel Gibson, the voice of John Smith. No.
Another Mel Gibson movie that's historically inaccurate.
Well, I wouldn't call it a Mel Gibson movie, but he was in it. Wait, the animated Pocahontas? He's no. You're right. Christian Bale was Thomas? Oh, why am I finding this out now? Oh my god. Mel Gibson was John Smith in the animated Pocahontas?
And that's just another further validation of the do not trust Mel Gibson when it comes to history class.
And I want to add this note. Since we're on the topic of Pocahontas and Mulan and the princesses that are not white, right? And everybody's mad because Ariel's not white here, but she's black. The point or the people were trying to make was that if you turn Pocahontas white and in the live action or Mulan white, that the people will be upset, right? So why is it right that we're changing Ariel from white to black? But the thing is, Pocahontas historically she was a real person, and
Mulan was technically a real person.
she's a legend that comes from China, right?
She is basically China's version of King Arthur.
There you go. So those are like, they're kind of like confirmed that they have like a specific race assigned to them, or that because they're a real person. I don't
The
know.
racial identity is essential to the character.
There you go,
whereas
there you go.
Ariel is a fictional character, a mythical creature of that. And also, Hans Christian Andersen, the writer, was Scandinavian. Oh, and here's another thing about mermaids. They're actually according to Scandinavian folklore, they're actually really ugly and terrifying and dangerous. They're not pretty, they're not friendly. So if you want to be authentic, sure, we'll make it authentic. But why don't you look at what really mermaids look like on Google?
But the point is that in this case, and I see Disney probably thought this through, like Ariel is a fictional character that has no racial identity assigned to her. I like how you said that, Adrian, because I didn't know how to say it. And it was perfect. It was perfect to cast her as now a black version of her. So that little girls could have that, little black girls can have that, or people of color can see themselves in Hallie in this new movie. Personally, I really like it because it's cute. I like that the children will have someone to look up to. Another black Disney princess is very great, honestly, and it's fun. I think it's fun. It's beautiful. It warms my heart, and at the end of the day, it's a story. It's a cute story, but also it's a big deal because Disney has a monopoly on the entertainment industry, and it's important that people see themselves in these huge movies that are a big deal, or in the in the industry, where in the advertisements, and and look what I have, the president himself. Barack. It was so important for little black boys and girls to see Barack, a black man, in a powerful position like that, and then they have like that little like, oh my god, like I can do that too because he looks like me, she looks like me, they look like me, and that gives you like that confidence. That gives them that confidence. So at the end of the day, for me, this is fun. This is story. I like that they did it, but it's so sad that so many people are kind of just tearing it apart, or they're trying to.
Not only that, but these are the same people that have no idea of the story behind the actual story, and they have no idea who even wrote it. And also, in the actual story, Ariel turns into Seafoam.
Yes.
So if you want something authentic, sure. We can make it authentic, but it will probably...
Hey, you don't know. Maybe in this movie she turns into Seafoam. You never... It's the live action.
Let me tell you something. This is made for kids. The original story...
Okay. But was made for kids? Look, did you see Sebastian? Can we go back? Look at Sebastian. You don't think that kids are gonna be like having nightmares about this Sebastian?
And kids will have nightmares about what the original Ariel would have looked like. They would pee their pants.
I just remembered there was a show, an animated show for Ariel on Disney.
Matter of fact, actually, if you want to know what mermaids really look like, watch Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. You'll see when she's actually under the lake. That's literally what mermaids freaking look like.
Okay, but I have something else to contribute to the conversation. And another thing that a lot of people online say is, oh, like, why don't they create a brand new princess who's black, has her own culture and history and all those things? That also would be great. Why not that as well? And Hispanic and more Asian, more Native American, Latino.
They did that. That's so good point.
But like more, because look, how many white Disney princesses are there already? Like a big handful. And their biggest one, I believe, is Elsa, right? So there's already so many white Disney princesses, and there's like one of each like minority as the years have gone on, and now we get the second black princess, which is the Black Ariel, and people are like, oh, why don't they just make a new one? But they can't. But why is this not also acceptable as well? What's the problem? Like, we have the original Ariel, and now we have like the original Disney Ariel, the original, like the first one, and now we have a new Disney Ariel that's also black. It's
and neither
beautiful.
of them is accurate.
That's true, and it's a story at the end of the day that is not defined. Where in the story her race is not defined, which I think is a big thing, and I think Disney did this really well, where they picked the right princess.
Because she's
a fish. And
like, do you worry about the race of your dog?
The race of your dog, dude. Dogs have breeds.
Exactly.
You said it wrong there, but anyways, I don't know. I think it's all silly. I think it's a story at the end of the day, and we're always gonna have the first Ariel, and now we have this new Ariel, and she's so beautiful. I don't know.
And it's like I said earlier about how mermaids are actually very ugly. They're confusing this with Greek mythology, where that's not even correct, because in that version, mermaids are also very ugly. What they're confusing it with is sirens, which are
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. They're what?
They're birds. Sirens in Greek mythology are birds.
Birds?
Not fish. Yes, birds.
Oh my god. But look, at the end of the day, it's all creativity. It's all creativity. It's a story. It's something that, you get to tell children or people all over the world. And stories can be reshaped and told again. But here's also my thing. Yes, they can... they should be making more like different princesses or different stories in general with people of color. But this, I mean, why get angry about it? Why? I think it's beautiful.
Angry about something that Disney decided to literally take two stories from two completely different parts.
All right. I'm trying to get to the next news. Next. Oh, and they also did this thing where they had Hallie and right, Hallie, right. Oh my god, and Melissa react to the trailer. I think for the first time or with each other, and they don't see the movie and the way that they cut it together professionally until like the very end. And this was like their genuine reactions. And also, I didn't know Aquafina was in this movie. I didn't know. Adrian, can you Google like who Aquafina plays in the live action? And also David Diggs. I don't know who he plays. Who? David Daveed Diggs with 2 G's. But yeah, they were reacting to the trailer, and it was really cute. This one, the comments under their reaction wasn't bad at all. It was actually all positive and everything. But I feel like a lot of people are just like whatever, like they don't want to like get into the controversy because it's just been like that for so many months now after they announced that Little Mermaid would be black.
Oh, look, and the one guy that needed to be white is actually white.
Oh, Prince Eric?
Yeah. And the guy that they needed to be white, he's gonna be white. There you go, people. Everyone can breathe now.
Oh my god. Actually, that is a good point. That's a good point. And also because of where Prince Eric is located, right?
Eric is a Scandinavian name, and the author is Scandinavian, so everything's gonna be like all hinga dinga durga.
Perfect. But yes, they were reacting, and also the part where Hallie flips her head backwards. She says that her hair was like really heavy because she was wearing I don't know, those locks, and she said that she almost broke her neck. And everybody's like, "Oh, that looks heavy and it hurts." She said, "Yes."
It's gonna be Scuttle.
Oh my god! You know what? I can see that.
It's like when Eric Andre played the one, that one autistic hyena.
Oh my god! In the live action?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! And now, I don't know if this one is different. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But yeah. But this person at the end says the important thing about the controversy surrounding Halle Bailey's casting is that we remember a beautiful and talented actress won the role. We can't allow racism to ever be normalized. And I think a lot of people don't realize that I mean, is it racism for some of the people who are defending it? Like, well, she was originally white. Why change her?
I think it's more confusion. I think people, I mean, I don't know if I call it racism per se. It's ignorance, definitely, because, I mean, pick up a book, read the original text, and look up what Scandinavian version of mermaids are. Like I mentioned earlier.
I mean, I'm sure that there's people who are actually racist and upset because their favorite, white Disney princess is now all of a sudden a shade of color that they aren't comfortable with. So I'm sure that exists.
I wouldn't say that every last person that's complaining about it is necessarily racist. I would just say that their views are probably uninformed. But like I said, go watch Harry Potter. Go watch Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Fast forward to the part where he's in the lake and he's swimming around because he's got that game going on.
What are you talking about, Adrian? About Harry Potter?
Because there were mermaids in Harry Potter.
Oh my goodness! Yes, Adrian. Yes. You've been talking about this 5,000 times. I gotta move on. All right. Next news.
Idiots.
Huh?
Because mermaids are supposed to be idiots.
Yeah, you said that 10 times. All right, let's go. I don't have time for that. Okay. Next news. A live-action remake of The Princess and the Frog is reportedly in development. Oh my goodness.
Why?
That's what I was saying. That's what everybody's saying. And that currently Disney is searching for writers and a director. A lot of people are like, can we get the animated series they promised first? Because apparently there was an animated series. I don't know if it was announced in what's that convention, the Disney convention, what is it called? The Expo. What is it? Disney Expo? D-Expo? I don't know, I'm trying to remember. But I think it was announced there and somewhere online where they were about to do this animated series for Tiana. But then, and then they released a date of when they would do it, and now all of a sudden the date has disappeared. So, so people are like, hold on, like, why are you announcing so many projects? You still haven't, promised or delivered on your first promise. And then somebody else said, if she's gonna be a frog the whole time, we don't want it. And that's another thing that a lot of people notice, specifically for stories that have black characters in it, that a lot of the times they're not always portrayed as a black human being. Sometimes they like change it to an animal, or like something else that is not human and that takes away their black skin. For example, in
how many movies have they watched?
Soul? No, but they're talking about animated. They're talking about animated. That's what I'm talking about.
Even in the animated version.
Well, Soul just came out a couple years ago, and the main character is black, but he's not, in his human form the whole movie. Like, he changes into like a blue figure for like most of the movie, and a lot of people were like, "Why did that happen?" And also his
This is like when people
voice.
say like. This is like when people say, "Oh, black people in comic books are only ever have powers that have to do with electricity," and I'm like, how many superheroes do you know? Because how many black superheroes are there that have nothing to do with electricity?
But there's
Like,
Miles Morales.
yeah, Miles Morales, and then there's Black Panther.
Black Panther. That's a good one.
Luke Cage.
I mean,
list goes on.
I guess like Black Panther just recently, like within the last 5 something years, became very popular. So maybe at that time there wasn't a lot, and honestly, it's just an observation, and especially because of the history with
There
black
was
people.
a lot. One of the Green Lanterns was black.
That too, and in the animated version. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Adrian. But I don't know, but this was something that was in conversation on Twitter, that I had seen, where it's like, oh, like the guy from Soul turned into a blue soul for half the time. Oh my god, what's that movie?
Wait, Encanto had black people. They were human the whole time.
They were Latino too. I really like that. That they showed black people that can speak
black,
Spanish.
Apparently, what? Like people will say that. I just know Twitter.
I mean, I don't want to insert myself into some of these conversations where I probably shouldn't be saying too much because I'm not too sure, right? But I have heard that there is a dispute as well on skin and the color and the shades of skin and what defines you and like who's your parents and things like that. But I'm not about to get into it because I can't, right? And I know that there's a boundary there for me. But because we're on the topic of the Princess and the Frog and how like in this movie, like the first black princess, she turned into a frog for half the movie, but everybody else, they had screen time as their human form the whole time. So that's where I think this situation where they're like, oh, but if she's going to be a frog half the time, we don't want it because we want to see her as a black girl in her human form the whole time. And I think it's about screen time and the amount of time that she does have in the movie is what matters here. Instead of like her getting turned into an animal and then like where's the representation, right? And I get that, I do. So a lot of people are like, wow, this is what the remake is gonna look like, and it's gonna be a frog the whole time. I chuckled at that. But yeah, there's a lot of discussions about all these topics that are important and that you should know more about, and that's why the internet exists. Do your research. Next news. About 6 days ago, we entered daylight savings time. Oh, somebody at the bottom comments, time is merely a social construct, and we have no reason to play along with this silly, and I cut off there, but this silly little tradition that America does, and most countries have already like gotten rid of the system. Am I right, Adrian?
All countries got rid of it.
We're the only one? What about Canada?
We're the only one. We're the only one.
No.
That's it.
Google it. I don't believe that. Google it.
All the UK got rid of it, Ireland got rid of it, and Canada got rid of it. We're the only ones.
Google it. But anyways, listen. What if we did got rid of it, and then in the winter we had 5 p.m. sunsets? Because the sun is always gonna, set sooner in the winter because of how everything is shaped, right? Or positioned. Whenever we.
European nations. So it's not gonna make a difference.
Yes, because in the summers, Adrian, summers get longer, we have more sun, and then in the winters, the sun, we get less of it. I mean, it's gonna happen either way without changing the clock, We see it happen where in the summer we have 8 p.m. sunsets, And then in the winter, because we change our clock, we get 4 p.m. sunsets. But if we didn't change our clock, we get 5 p.m. sunsets. But there's still a difference, because it's only a 1 hour difference when we change the clock in winter from, we have to change it from 5 to 4 now. But if we didn't change it, what is the difference between a 5 p.m. sunset in winter versus an 8 p.m. sunset in the summertime? That's 3 hours of a difference because we're in a different season. So even if we didn't change even if we change the clock back, we're still gonna have like less sun. So that never changes because that's the world. That's the globe.
Well, you have to also consider where we are on the planet. So
that's what I'm talking about in Florida. In Florida and the U.S., that's our sunset times for the seasons.
Not up north. If you go up north, it's actually gonna change.
I said in Florida. Did I say North America? I said in Florida in the U.S. Because there's a Florida somewhere else that's not in the U.S., I think. That's why I said it. But yes, in the north it's a little bit different. In California it's going to be different. And across the world it's going to be different. But I'm specifically talking about Florida in America, in the U.S., that we have, a 3 hour difference without changing the clock. We have a 3 hour difference from sunsets in the winter to sunsets in the summer. And I think we just shouldn't change the clock anymore. Yes, Adrian.
Unless you live in Hawaii or Alaska. They don't have daylight savings there.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Two of our states already decided not to do it. The Irish got rid of it, and they were probably due for it because they had a famine. So this isn't working for us.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Should we keep daylight savings in America, or should we get rid of it? I mean, the history of it is that it was invented because of farming a long time ago, right?
But we don't need it.
No. Yes or no?
Look, we've evolved.
You didn't answer my question.
I'm answering it now.
No, it's a yes or no question.
No, it's obsolete.
And see, you did not hear my question. I said, was daylight savings created for farming purposes years ago, like centuries ago, in America?
It was.
See, there's the answer I was looking for. Yes, it was created because of farming, and so that the children could what? Or not the children. That's summer. That's summer break.
It's so that the farmers had an easier time being able to manage the crops. But now we don't need it anymore because we have. First of all, the U.S. has more people, so it's easier to get people, and also we just don't need it because it's all the technology that we've built that's evolved. We just don't need it anymore.
Thank you, Adrian. Yes, we don't need it. I think we should get rid of it, but let's see what's gonna happen in the future. Next news. Now this one is for the artists out there. This is the art news that we've been waiting for our art and pop news. Let me go ahead and change it to screen only. Boom, boom. We've got, I found this on TikTok. All right, now I'm going to bring you stuff from TikTok. So all the way on the left, it says, no one tells you that as a professional artist, creating art is only 10% of the job. The rest is spent marketing, finances, networking, social media, schedule project management, client communication, negotiation, drafting contracts, right? There's so much to becoming artists who generates an income or like a livable wage. There's so much that goes into it other than just actually making the art. And this person says, I teach you how to handle the boring stuff so you can focus on creating, and here's their if you want to find them on TikTok. And then the comments were interesting. I love reading the comments of videos like these. Somebody said, I wanted to be a professional until I realized this and decided it was better as a hobby. Oh my goodness. And then the creator said, that is totally valid. Freelance art as a career path is honestly not for everyone. And that's okay. Keeping it as a hobby is amazing, and you can get to keep the love of art and creating alive. And coming from my experience, is there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn to even just create a business all on its own, regardless of whatever you're selling, whether it is art or like a product. I guess art is a product, but like there's people that sell makeup. You know what I'm talking about. So, and then in the next comment it says the sad reality and not all fun and games. And then I really like this comment right here. I really feel like art schools don't prepare you for the boring stuff, the business side of it. So once you graduate, you're so clueless and scared. And then the creator said some art schools offer business studies in their curriculum, but I had to learn everything the hard way after I graduated. That's why I teach. And this is so important now that I've gone through it, for so many young artists who want to do this as a profession, as their livelihood, for them to know, because there is more than just painting good, knowing how to do anatomy, drawing in the techniques that you want to draw in, or the style that you want to draw in, like finding that there's a whole artist aspect of it. And then there's a huge chunk of business that you have to know, that you have to have down in order for your business to survive in the first place, right? Because you got to create a website or an Instagram, you got to promote yourself. You got to be like, hey guys, I'm drawing this, you want this, I know you want this, go ahead and buy it, right? That's marketing, that's advertising, that's promoting yourself. That's a whole different ball game. And there's so many great artists out there, and they don't know how to do it. They don't even know the first thing. I'm like, oh my god, how do I show people that my art is like buyable? You know,
art, really. I mean, it's any industry, music, real estate.
Yes, you're totally right. But this specifically is about artists who want to sell their art for a living on their own, using social media, the internet, as a business. And that's what I'm talking about. That a lot of kids, especially me, I didn't realize how much that I needed to know other than art in order to make a livable wage for selling my art.
Even if you want to be like a dentist and you own your own practice, you still need a market. So I had a teacher in high school who once told us, if you ever want to be a business owner, if you ever want to be a business owner and not lose it within the first few years, you must learn marketing, even if you go to college and get a degree in it or work a job in sales.
Yes.
You learn the sales tactics, you learn the marketing, and your business will do much better.
Yeah.
That was my English teacher in high school.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That marketing and sales are very important skills to know as you grow up and you're testing out what you want to be. Like, do I want to be a business owner? Do I want to sell things? I mean, for yourself or for somebody else. But even then, like, you got to know how to do sales. Even accounting comes into play. So there's so many things that you do got to know if you want to get into that space. So I love this talk. Excuse me? What are you saying?
For those viewers that don't know me, I actually minored in marketing in college. So yeah, I'll tell you how important.
Yes, Adrian, thank you. Thank you for letting everybody know that you minored in marketing in college. Great job, Adrian. But we're still waiting for the Adrian show, aren't we? Ha! Anyways, this is a great thing to know and to talk about, especially in the art world. So I always love a good art world conversation. Next news, the Oscars. Oh my god. Look, to be honest with you, hold on. Don't even attempt to say it again. Look, I didn't watch the Oscars, okay? I'm sorry. I was doing something else. But I saw the news. Lots of things happened that night. Animation finally had some progression in the industry. We have Guillermo del Toro over here winning an Oscar for his Pinocchio film on Netflix. And he says animation is cinema. Animation is not a genre. Animation is ready to be taken to the next step. Keep animation in the conversation. So that was really wonderful. That was really wonderful for him to have won that, because he's always been talking about that, like, you know, animation is more than what a lot of people in the industry tend to say it is, and it's a real piece of art, and it should be treated as such as the other movies out there that are not in animation or not animation. And then we have Brendan Fraser won his Oscar. Adrian, do you know if this is Brendan's first Oscar?
I don't know if it's his first Oscar, but I do know it's the first Oscar since he's been back. So that's why everybody was really happy for him.
Yes.
And Universal did this thing, and I loved it. Almost brought me to tears seeing this because I love Universal, where they put if you've ever been on the Mummy ride, at the end, he just starts like saying, "Hey, everybody, welcome back!" And where's my cup of coffee? Like, he starts shouting, and then the mummy gives it to him. So Universal on their Twitter put he finally got his cup of coffee with a teary eye emoji. And I was like, "Oh, that hit him."
That's so cute. Yes. Can you Google to see if that was his first Oscar? When Brandon disappeared. And look, I hadn't even realized he disappeared because, I'm so young. I'm 23. So the only movies I've ever seen him in were in The Mummy, George of the Jungle was George of the Jungle, right? That was my favorite. And so as I'm growing up, I didn't realize he was gone. It is his first one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute. He looks so like emotional there in that picture. But yeah, that was his first Oscar, so that is amazing. And then we got Rihanna performing "Lift Me Up" with a live orchestra at the Oscars. People were saying, I think I saw a clip of it, but people were saying like, lackluster. Like, where are her vocals? And I'm like, you know what? Rihanna has done impressive things in her career, and I like her music. I get it, like, she's pregnant. Yeah, fine, move on. You know what I'm saying? Then this news. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the most awarded film of all time. Dude, I want to see that movie so bad. Like, I've been seeing like snippets on Twitter of the movie, and I'm like, what is this movie? It looks so crazy. And then this weekend it won like a million awards, and now it's the most awarded film of all time. And I'm like, what? And Michelle,
of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that thing beat Citizen Kane and Casablanca?
It says most awarded film of all time. Google it. But here it is. It took 21 years for the second woman of color to win Best Actress, and 95 years for the first Asian woman to do so. So Michelle, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Is it
Yo?
Is Yo? Oh, okay, Yo. Just made history. So, oh my goodness, what's her name? Is her name Hallie too? The lady on the left.
I can't see.
What? I thought you had on your TV.
Yeah, but I'm behind. My TV's behind.
But I'm pretty sure her name. I forgot her last name. I know her name. I know her. But anyways, she was the first black woman to win an Oscars ever, and now Michelle. Halle Berry. There you see, and everybody gets her confused with Halle Bailey. But yes, Halle Berry, like a berry, like a blueberry. She was the first black woman and woman of color at all to win an Oscar 21 years ago. And now Michelle is the second and Asian to have won.
No, she wasn't. There was another lady way before her who also won the Oscar.
No, for Best Actress.
Oh, for Best Actress.
Yes. I mean, there's been many people of color to have won like different Oscars, but for Best Actress, they're the only two women of color. And then you have over here, oh my goodness, this guy was so cute. He was everywhere on Twitter. I forgot his name. I'm so upset that I forgot his name. But he...
What, the Asian guy?
Yes, the Asian guy.
Oh, the dude from Indiana Jones.
Yes, he was a kid then, right? Yes. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I forget his name, but this is also his first Oscar, and he's very good friends with Brennan, so everybody was happy and celebrating. And oh my goodness, what's her name? I forgot. Oh my god. Freaking.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Huh?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, Jamie. Oh my god, I don't know why. I cannot remember these people's names.
All the Halloween movies. I mean, how many?
Yes. No. Listen. I know she was in the Halloween movies. I know her from Freaky Friday, alright? That's my girl. Freaky Friday, okay? With Lindsay Lohan. Are you kidding me? Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
The best movie, I swear to God. But anyways, half of Twitter was upset because the other lady in Everything All at Once, Everything Everywhere All at Once did not win, and instead, no. Well, yes. Yeah. It's because I got it mixed up. The other lady in Everything Everywhere All at Once, she did not win an Oscar, but I don't know who she lost to. But Jamie Lee Curtis, she won for, I think, Best Supporting Actress, over Angela Bassett, and a lot of people are upset because, Angela Bassett hasn't won yet, but people are like, but Jamie Lee hasn't won yet either. So, I mean, for me, they're both great, they've both been in the game for a long time, and there's people proving it online, like, they've been doing, movies for so long, like, eventually everybody will get their flowers, hopefully roses.
I'm more mad about Chadwick Boseman not winning an Oscar, really, because the thing with this lady, Michelle Yeoh, like, you know what? I can't be mad at her. It was a good, she had a good performance. She's done a lot of several really good performances. So it's like, I can't be too mad about somebody, like, you wanted representation, well, there you go,
But what I was going to say was that the final debate that people made between Jamie Lee Curtis winning the Oscar over Angela Bassett was because of the performances that were done, and people were saying that Jamie Lee did a small scene and she was like a clerk or something like that, versus Angela, who she was the queen in Black Panther, and she gave a beautiful performance. It was dramatic, it was spot on. She was enraged because half of her family's passed away in the movie, her character's upset, and she did that so well, and people were confused why that scene was not picked over Jamie Lee Curtis' scene. But honestly, I haven't even seen Jamie's scene, but I saw Angela's scene, and she was beautiful in that scene. So I don't know, I mean, Jamie won. But it did get another Oscar for the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, so I don't know, but I honestly wish I could have seen Angela win too, but maybe next year. Let's cross our fingers for Angela Bassett. She did the thing. Hold on, Adrian. I gotta switch. Next we have Rihanna. Adrian, can you lower your volume a little bit because I can hear my voice on the phone. Okay, Rihanna has arrived at the Oscars. So this was her arriving at the Oscars. She came in with a bucket hat, oversized shirt, and some sneakers, and she just looked so leisurely walking into this huge fancy event, and people were like, she better change. But I think this was taken in the hotel or whatever, and she was walking in she was just getting in there, this was not the red carpet or whatever. But then she did come out on the red carpet, and she was stunning. She got her dress on, makeup and hair done. She looked phenomenal. And then she also did the performance at the Oscars, and then she took pictures with A$AP Rocky, but I did not include the pictures in full. Oops, I forgot. But there they are. They look pretty cute. And I guess she wore another outfit. Yeah, it was a green outfit there. And she had her belly out. So cute. I love it. Representing the pregnant people. Next news! Now. This was pretty good news. But there's going to be people who are not happy. Adrian, do you have me on speaker? Um, did you lower it a little bit?
I did lower it.
Okay, okay, okay. Next news. No, I can hear myself, Adrian. Alright, next news. Anyone born after 2006 can never buy tobacco products on their new California bill. What? Adrian? Huh?
I don't live in California.
Say it again?
I don't know. I don't live in California.
No. Adrian, I can hear myself. I can't.
Anna, it's either this thing or close.
Okay. Anyways, so I think I think it's a good thing, to be honest. I think so. Because smoking, why? Why have anything in your lungs that is not oxygen? Because anything that's not oxygen that goes into your lungs is not good for your lungs. Like too much of excess of anything else than oxygen doesn't go well, especially tobacco. And all of the studies that have been done, and even the images shown of those lungs that are like black, and oh my god, it's just not good. It's just not good. Adrian, yes, kid, did you change your audio situation?
Can you hear me now that I asked?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't understand this bill. I don't quite know what it's about. Like, they can never buy under New California bill. So I don't. Are they just going to ban tobacco altogether? Is that what's going on? Like, I don't know what it is.
It doesn't say a ban on tobacco, but it just says a ban on people born after 2006. It's a ban for them. So like in California, it seems.
Yeah, now they're just gonna buy off the black market. You know, kind of like what they do with all other drugs. Cocaine, heroin, marijuana, they just buy it off the black market. Or they can just go to another state where it's legal for them to buy it, like Arizona. Buy it there, bring it over. So
I mean, that's a whole conversation where, yeah, you know, people who really want to get their hands into it will look for it in the black market. But I'll tell you this. You know, how many kids are going to have access to the black market, Adrian? Versus the kids who are... No, because there's a lot of kids, Adrian, they're not going to know how to get into that. I mean, there's the internet, and there's people, right, that who will know if they can meet them at school, whatever. And you're interrupting me. And, you know, it's just so much easier for people to have access whenever it's available in the store without having to talk to anybody. You just walk in, walk out, right? But now that there's a ban, it's going to be harder. And there's people that they're not going to be willing to go the extra mile unless they really, really want to. Or they're already hooked onto it.
That's what they said about drugs.
I mean, look what's happening with gun regulations.
Okay, exactly. With drugs, guns, right? Illegal immigration, it's all the same. So
No, it's not.
really, well, yeah, it is, because you're going to have people that are just going to find ways to do it.
I mean, there's going to be people, but you also have to agree that it's going to be much harder for people to get access to it now that there is restrictions.
Because even back in the day when there wasn't internet, kids were finding ways to do things.
Well, yeah, but it took longer. They had to jump through hoops. You know?
I suppose, but like,
Oh, I suppose. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yes,
okay,
continue.
so take prohibition, for example, right? That's 100 years ago. There was even less technology then, and they still found ways to get alcohol legally that they would literally do, and it was actually easier than people thought it was going to be. Because if they would just import all the stuff from Canada, like for Al Capone, like he was operating all in Chicago, they would just bring it on boats from Canada. So,
Al Capone was the older person. He wasn't.
Oh,
He wasn't a teenager.
He's not a teenager to do his bidding.
Oh.
And if he did it, other people criminals have been using teenage labor for centuries.
So what you're saying? Just give everybody permission to have access to everything?
I mean, honestly, I'm just saying that banning it isn't fixing the problem.
So what fixes the problem?
There is no way to fix the problem. People are going to do stupid things. Anyway.
But you got to make a decision, especially whenever you're running a city, state, or even the country. That's what I'm talking about. It's a very hard conversation, right? There's two sides to the coin. Do you ban it, or do you lift the bans? People are going to find a way to get it, but also kids nowadays, you know, they're not really going to want to jump through a lot of hoops, in my personal opinion, for something that they've never even tried before because they didn't even have the chance, or they're growing up without or within a world where it's like tobacco is bad for you now. So there's like a lesser incentive for them to go after tobacco. But then there's vaping, right? So it's a very complicated situation. And yeah, I said that there's also vaping. That's very popular nowadays. But there's more commercials coming out every day that, you know, vaping also is terrible as well. I think personally education and just informing people should be the solution here. That regardless of whether it's on the black market or if it's accessible to you, common sense, people. If you care about your health, common sense. Next news. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about. We got Lindsay Lohan. She's pregnant. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have a baby. We got Lindsay. It will be Lindsay Lohan and I don't know how you say that name. Bader? Looks like Bader. Chama's first child. We're blessed and excited. I didn't even know she had a man. I mean, it sounds familiar. And then, oh my goodness, what is this? Music playing in my ear? Somebody said when the baby is born on Friday and she switches places in a different timeline. Oh my god, because of a Freaky Friday. And then we have, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna be fairy godmother. And then there's like a crop picture of her. But yes, Lindsay Lohan is pregnant. Oh my god, expecting her first child. Dude, she was, oh my god, she's my childhood right here. Now she's having a baby. Oh my god, coming soon. She says we're blessed and excited. And somebody said on Twitter, imagine Lindsay Lohan's baby born on October 3rd. It would be too iconic. And then she owns the month of October. To be honest, because of Mean Girls, it's October 3rd. It's October 3rd. Okay? Okay. She owns it, alright? There's no debate there. There's no debate. Next news! We've got Wicked. Oh my goodness, I'm blocking. I'm blocking the tweet again. Alright. Wicked. Ariana Grande posted on her Twitter. Or not Twitter. She deactivated it. On her Instagram. She put up a lot of bubbles and a little green vial. Wicked is coming out November 27, 2024 next year instead of December 2024. So we got one less month to wait. Wicked release date has been moved up to Thanksgiving. Also, I didn't know that Jeff Goldblum is going to be in Wicked. Is that true? And also Michelle Yeoh.
I'm not surprised. He's been in a lot of them.
But who's he going to be? I could see him as the Tin Man. No. That's Oz.
I think it's a straw man.
No, it's Oz. I don't think those characters are in Wicked. Are they?
Yeah, no, they're not.
They're not. Okay, so then I'm probably not gonna know then because I've never seen the musical adaptation. But let me see here. What did I say? What is adaptation? Meh, same thing. Anyways, John Chu is I believe he's the director. He's saying, Wicked news, we're deep into production on Wicked, and every day we get more and more excited to share with you the mischief we've been up to, so we've decided to get it to you all a little earlier than planned. Our new release date is November 27th, 2024, a little Thanksgiving treat. Oh my god, I'm excited. Next news! Oh my god! Selena Gomez every single weekend this month for the last 4 weeks in a row. This girl has been in the news like non-stop. Oh my god! Selena Gomez just posted a new photo to her Instagram not even a few days ago. It's already accumulated like 20 million plus likes. This girl's crazy. She put her boobs out there for the world. She got that cleavage. I mean, it's beautiful. And no filter, so you can zoom in and see her pores. Oh my god. Selena Gomez becomes the first woman in history to surpass 400 million followers on Instagram. Oh my god. She is now in the league with Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi. Oh my god. And we have oh yeah, her makeup free selfies surpassed 20 million likes on Instagram in 24 hours. Oh my god, dude. Huh? Oh, I can't hear you. Okay, it uncovers. Say it again, Oh my god.
What's she doing?
Is she doing something, you said?
Doing.
Oh my god, I cannot understand you. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. So he's tired. Violet chemistry, she put in the caption. I don't know why, actually. I don't know why she put it as the caption. Maybe it has to do with her show that she has. Oh, I forgot the name of her show. No, I can't. So, yeah, she becomes the first woman in history to surpass 400 million followers. And now, Cristiano Ronaldo, I said Leo, Lionel Messi, I said, or Lionel, you know what I'm saying, and Selena Gomez are the only people to surpass 400 million followers on Instagram. The power of these people. The power. Wow, Selena Gomez is the first woman. Congratulations to her. Let's see what happens. Now Rolling Stone names Selena as the queen of pop. Oh my god. But a lot of people were upset about this because they're like, but she hasn't come out with new music, that her numbers for the streams on Spotify, whatever, aren't as higher as other ladies in pop. So I don't know. I mean, it's Rolling Stone, you know, they have their opinions, but there's the news for you. Next news, we've got the new poster for Fast X, Fast and Furious 10. There it is. We got Vin Diesel. We got Jason Momoa. I didn't know he was in the movie. Oh my god, we're gonna get Aquaman action. I didn't know Brie Larson was also in here. We're gonna have, yes, I can hear you, Adrian. Brie Larson is going to be in Fast and Furious number 10. I did not know that.
Why?
Oh my god, hater. And then we've got John Cena. We got a lot of the original cast as well, and I am not familiar with anybody else, just Jason Momoa. Yes, Adrian.
There's just too many Fast and Furious movies, and now they're adding Brie Larson. Why don't you just take a dump all over the whole franchise? It's just too many movies, and now you're just adding another actors don't just crap on.
Well, you hater. Fast X is coming in next 2 months in May. This May? Oh my god. This year?
Yeah, this May.
Oh. No, remember in the little teaser, it said the beginning of the end. So people are like, so this is gonna be like a part one, part two, part three thing.
There's gonna be like 20 movies.
Hey, they're milking the franchise. If it makes money, they're gonna milk it. Some people do that. Some people don't want to stop. Some people, they just like the money. This is the power that comes with the money. Next news, we've got Devin Booker, which I just found out that he is a basketball player for Arizona Phoenix, I think. Because I found this out because there was some drama that I did not insert. The what? Phoenix Suns, Adrian says. He plays for the Phoenix Suns. I just found out who Devin Booker is because he used to date Kendall Jenner, and there was like drama happening with Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny, and that Bad Bunny was shading Devin Booker in his new song, I don't know what, saying that the sun shines brighter in Puerto Rico than it does in Phoenix. And then Devin Booker commented on Instagram like, oh my god, like Bad Bunny's worried about another man or something like that. I don't know. I didn't put it in here because I am not too like knowledgeable about that, but now I know who Devin Booker is. Kendall Jenner's ex. That was the guy that she was dating before. And now Devin and Jenna Ortega were seen having dinner together. That was like 5 days ago now. or 5? 4 days ago now. So, but it's not confirmed that they're dating. They were just seen having dinner, and people in the comments were like, "God, can people not have dinner anymore without being like having it suggested that they're dating?" So, I don't know. I don't know if it's true, but I saw it on the internet. Next news. This news sucks. Here's the thing, though. I don't know these people, but we're about to know them. Carson, I don't know how to say that last name. B. Carson B. in the white hat. So he's the person all the way to the right. He just sat down right now. Is the son of Danny B, the interim GM, general manager of the Philadelphia Flyers, can be seen pushing down a wheelchair of a disabled young student who was using the restroom. It looks like a bar club combination. So what you just saw here, let me play it again for you. Let me play it again. So this is like, you can see in the background to the left that there's like a there's a but it was wrong. There on the left you can see like there's like a club going on. I think there's like a bar in the far distance. And there's like a green panel right there. I think that might be the bathroom of some sort. Right now, Carson, the guy, he just sat down in the wheelchair. He's like messing around with somebody else's wheelchair. He doesn't know the person who owns that wheelchair. And then look, his friend is like slowly pushing it down, and then Carson like pushes it down all the way, sealing the deed that he just committed. And first of all, the person who owns that wheelchair was using the bathroom, and I think the bathroom was too small for the wheelchair to fit, so they had to leave it outside of the bathroom door so that they could like go in there, do their business, and then use like the bars. I think there's handles in the bathroom to kind of like crawl themselves back into the chair. And this guy, he's like messing around with the wheelchair, and then I can't believe it, just pushes it down. Like, what? There's somebody's like wheelchair that's like a necessity to how they move around. That's horrible. I want to say bad words right now, but I know that my nephews are watching or they will tomorrow. But what the heck? But then the girl came out. Her name is Sydney, or their name is Sydney. She says, "Hi, I'm Sydney." Oh my god. They say, "Hi, I'm Sydney, and it was my chair that was pushed down the stairs. I'm so thankful for all of Sullivan's help in the situation." I think Sullivan's is the bar club combo. And the kind comments I see on Julia's post, I'm not sure if the original post that I just put on was Julia's, but I don't know who Julia is. "I swear I really don't want to keep a cent of the donated money. I'd much rather give it to those who need it." So I guess somebody had created a GoFundMe or something like that for Sydney, and she, or oh my goodness, they don't want to keep the money, and they'd rather just give it to other people who are in need of it. And I think that's very sweet. And you can see how small that space is. And there's a gigantic sign that says restrooms right there. So I'm pretty sure that green door might lead to that restroom. And look at their at. Their at is legless_wonder. It's so cute. But yes, please don't touch other people's stuff. Like, that's horrible. I wonder what was. How did she get out of there? I don't know. Or how did they get out of there?
But there's places in this country you get jacked up for doing something like that.
I mean,
like,
oh, you know what? I think people in the comments were saying, oh my god, I don't know why I didn't screenshot the comments. I think they were saying that Carson, like, people were reporting him and everything. Apparently, he has a history of doing stuff like this, or just bad things in general, and he's already been kicked out of a university. So now, the second university, I think they did put out a statement on his actions or behaviors, but I don't know if he's going to get kicked out of the second one. I don't know. But
yeah, but if this persists, they're probably going to do it because, you know, they don't want that. They don't want that publicity.
Oh, the college? Yeah.
Yeah, because actually, he doesn't work for college. He's a professional, so that's even worse because, you know, people don't. I mean, how many college athletes do we really know versus how many professional athletes do we know?
Is he a hockey player? Because it seems like his dad.
I just said he's a hockey player.
No. But I don't know if it's true because his dad is the one that owns the hockey team, no?
Yeah, so the Philadelphia Flyers, let me take a look.
Because Carson is the son of Danny Briere. Briere. There you go. Interim.
Yeah.
Manager of the Philadelphia Flyers, so, you know, his dad owns a hockey team.
Owns it. Let me check who owns it.
Well, manages, you know, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but if he doesn't own it, then they can kick him out, is what I'm saying.
No, but, the dad?
Yeah, because he doesn't own it. And let me check who owns it right now. Who owns
No.
Philadelphia?
Why would they kick out the dad for being a manager? Because of his son's actions, you're saying?
No, they're not going to kick the dad out. They're going to kick the son out.
But I'm saying, it doesn't say that he's in the team.
So actually, they're not privately owned entirely. The people that own them is Comcast.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know the situation, but Carson, that was not very nice.
Is the general manager.
Yes.
Actually, he reports to the owners, and the owners report to the media, which is NBC Sports.
Okay. Thank you, Adrian, for that news. But I will move on to the next subject. To move on. I'm sorry, Adrian. But we gotta continue. For this news. I'm gonna switch over so that my camera here doesn't block. Art news. Oh my goodness. I swear, Culture Critic, they know how to tweet. You know why? They tweet controversial things, and that gets so many people talking. It always works for them. They know how to tweet. But it gets a lot of people upset, and then, therefore, so many people end up commenting. So in this tweet, Culture Critic says, please never forget what artists were once capable of. What? You know, a lot of people had a problem with that. So people were like, if you paid attention to artists now, you'd know that they're still capable of it. It is possible to appreciate art without putting down entire generations. Did you know? So a lot of people were chiming in, like, what? Like, artists are still doing this. There still are. There's so many skillful people living today. So, like, so many people were like, like, we're not about to take this. And, no. I mean, I know that the reason why this account is tweeting things like this is for engagement, is for the people to get upset, riled up, specifically artists, and then defend themselves or defend other artists in the comments so that they can keep creating money. Basically, we're making money on Twitter, so that's the whole purpose of this. But yeah, that's a lie. People are still sculpting and creating art just like that, and even better. So get out of here, culture crap. Next news. Oh my god, we've got this very depressing thing here. This tweet says, here is the safe room in action. While it's simple to put in place, both teachers with one in their classroom said they keep them set up and students use them as sensory or hangout rooms. What? So now, because of all the school shootings that have been happening over the past years now, people have developed, or actually I don't know what the school is, they've created this safe room thing where a whiteboard can be pulled out of a wall and it turns into a room so that the kids can hide in there from a school shooter. It's a horrible thing to have to create, but it's a good idea for
Honestly,
protecting
I like
the kids.
I really like it.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's so crappy. Oh my god. Maui? I thought he was throwing up. He's not throwing up. The reasoning for it is so crappy because things are not being done in order for regulation for, I'm gonna bring it up again, Adrian, for guns or for controlling who is being sold these guns. I mean, recently we've seen like young people. I'm not sure if the guy from Uvalde was 18 or not. I think he was actually.
He was 18.
But like even then, like there's people that are like, some people should be evaluated for getting guns because a lot of these kids, like, they're freaking depressed or their mental health is not good. They need to be like psychologically, is that the word, evaluated before they have access to these weapons of destruction that can literally rip people into shreds. It wasn't like a little tiny gun, it was like huge damage that these weapons can do. And
the problem is not even that. The problem is people are thinking the problem is the access to guns, and yes, that's part of the problem. But the real problem,
it's part of the problem,
is the mass. No, the real problem is the mass production.
Mass production.
That's the real problem. We produce so many to a point where it's becoming like we're reviving the Wild West.
Reviving the Wild West?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a Western? All the shootings?
Anyways, that's not a good comparison to the situation.
It's a very good comparison.
No, Adrian, there's children's lives at risk here. And now, instead of a safe place to learn, now all these schools and teachers and the children have to be prepared for at any moment they can die. And now they have to do things like this. I mean, it's a great idea, but for such a horrible problem that we have in this country. But with or without? Well, what do you mean without? This is specifically for that reason.
Actually has. I mean, it's almost like a bunker, really. And I like the idea of it, and it kind of comes out, like, we pull it out. I just like it. So even if it was used for any other purpose, I still like it.
But why do you need a bunker at a school for learning, for little kids, Adrian?
I mean, even if it wasn't used as a bunker, that's what I'm saying. If it was used for anything else, I'd still like it.
Like a little closet room that already exists?
You could have an extra closet room. I'm just saying I like it. I'm just saying I like it. And even if it wasn't, if that wasn't the issue, I'd still like it because it can be used for a lot of other stuff.
But the purpose of it is not for storage, because the purpose of it is to be folded in and used as a whiteboard.
I understand that. I'm just saying I like it.
I mean,
It's cool that they pull out the whiteboard, and then it turns into something else. So if it's used for safety or if it's used for storage, either way, I like it. That's what I was saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't like it because why did we grow up in a version of life with school where we didn't have to worry about whether or not we had bulletproof backpacks, about whether or not we had to look behind our backs or really listen into conversations of other students who might possibly be the next school shooter. That's why I don't like it. But I am saying that it's a good idea for like having a place where, oh my goodness, like all of a sudden you just created a whole new space in case of an emergency, right? But this is specifically for shootings at schools, and it breaks my heart. Why are you talking about Pokemon? This is horrible. It breaks my heart, especially about what happened after Uvalde. That hurt me a lot. Like I actually cried. I actually cried whenever I was watching that, and like, why isn't something being done? And if it's not regulation, something else. Something else. With all these people in charge for this long, come on. This is what we have to resort to? And at a school.
Sarcastic comment I did, because clearly they'll blame anything else but the actual problem.
What's the actual problem?
We've already been discussing it all along.
We've been arguing. We've been debating. We've been debating about what's We've been debating on what is the core issue here.
The core issue is the mass production of guns. Obviously, we can make that many. But we don't even make that many for the military. We just keep making them, like worldwide, and so that half of them on the black market, which is also a problem. So like, and that's the problem. If it ends up on the black market, it's not gonna matter what the gun control law, because then they're just gonna end up selling it on that and make profit that way. And that's even worse.
I don't know.
Is even more
but for me, it's depressing. It's heartbreaking. The whole situation. It's... God. At schools, man. Elementary schools. Like this is what we have to do. This is what the teachers... And especially my generation coming in, becoming teachers, this is what they gotta do.
It's that easy.
Like, when I was growing up, we would prepare for tornadoes and hurricanes, right? Like, natural disasters.
Came in here and I saw this. I was like, oh my goodness.
And fires. And now, we gotta worry about guns. We gotta worry about bullets. And worse, I cannot imagine the parents out there with children that have to send their children to schools.
It's that easy.
So, it's just, it's a horrible situation. Like, I'm just getting, like, all bothered by it right now, just looking at it. Like, this is what it has come down to. And yes, it's a way to keep them safe now, to keep the children safe and the teachers, but it's just like, really, like, there's, God. Sorry, Adrian, I didn't have the phone here. What'd you say?
Said private schools are not doing this, which is upsetting.
I mean, the whole situation is upsetting.
Well, I mean, you're not getting my point.
Well, I don't know. You just said private schools aren't doing this, and you're talking about the whiteboard thing?
Let me talk. So, what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness, I'm asking you a question.
And I'm answering it. So, the reason I say it's upsetting that private schools aren't doing it is because it seems almost like it's happening in public schools. But are we even going to ignore the fact that it's been happening in private schools? Because those are the same effectiveness of security as a public school. I know, I went to private school for 10 years. I'll tell you right now, we had the same exact security we have right now at the school I work with, same exact security. same company actually is the security company for that for a lot of the private schools, especially the one I went to. And the thing is, anybody could go there. And the one I went to when I was a kid was right next door to a public high school. So it really is upsetting how you know, the public schools are doing it and the private schools are not. And then they're getting independence or private school. Oh my goodness, it's such a tragedy. Why are you not doing the drills as well?
Yes. So we do have to move on though. We have to move on because we're getting too late here. So, next news. A massive 6'4". They did not use the foot. They used the inches. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 6'4". Kangaroo found in Australia. Oh my god. And somebody said, now I know this is true. Australia is the prison. Kangaroos are just deer that have been prison. Oh my god. I skipped it by accident. And somebody said, whenever I look at kangaroos, I can't take life seriously. Oh my god. I love looking at the kangaroos. Like, look at the muscle. I've only ever seen an animal with a limb like this on a human. Like what? Like it just looks so like shocking and very funny and oh my god. But also like the body looks like a dog, and I don't know. Kangaroos are just wild. Kangaroos are funny looking. But there you go. The what is it? I thought it was like a wild kangaroo, but I guess it's a big one, and the veins. Oh my god. Oh my god. Next news, we're gonna be talking about La Roche. Hello. No, Adrian. I had to lower the volume for a little bit because I was talking about the kangaroos. What happened?
Oh, I was trying to. I was just saying you know that they're actually rodents. They're in the same family as rats, and I'm like, yeah, they look like rats on steroids.
Oh my god. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about La Roche. We've got La Roche. Now, La Roche is a celebrity stylist. He has styled so many different celebrities. Zendaya is one of like the bigger, well, not bigger celebrities, but like he has a very close connection to her, and a lot of people know Law for Zendaya's outfits because they've just been so good, especially that Cinderella one that they made for that one red carpet. I think it was a Met Gala a few years ago. I think it was a Met. But anyways, Law says he's retiring. He says, my cup is empty. Thank you for the support. I would do it for the rest of my life, but unfortunately, it's the politics, lies, false narratives finally got to me. You win, I'm out. So everybody's like, what's happening? Like, so he's not gonna dress up Zendaya anymore? And then Law went to Twitter and said, so y'all really think I'm breaking up with Z? We are forever. And everybody is relieved because everybody thought, oh my goodness, he's not gonna be dressing Zendaya anymore. And Law says she's my little sister. It's with love, not the fake industry love. And then Law says, literally me and Zendaya. And there's a gif of them together. Well, not them, but of a movie, I believe, to people saying, me and you must never. So that was really cute. But then, I think, I don't know if Zendaya spoke out the moment that this happened, or if this was before, but basically Zendaya was saying, like, you know, well, actually, I think she did post this as soon as it happened, but she was saying that, you know, like, she appreciates him, and I mean, you could read it for yourself here, and just saying a lot of good things, so that people could see, like, there is no beef in between them, and things like that, because people were blaming Zendaya for Law's retirement. And then Law went on to a podcast, I don't know if it was yesterday, 2 days ago, where he says the final straw that made him retire from celebrity styling happened on a call with a client he dressed for the Vanity Fair Oscars party, which was just last Sunday. So note, he did not dress Zendaya for that event as she didn't attend. So Law was saying it's not Zendaya's fault, it's somebody else, but he didn't say who. So everybody's like, which client is he referring to? And somebody said, we do not know, but he only had 5. And somebody said, who are the other 4 besides Megan Thee Stallion? And they said Megan, I don't know who this person is, Kerry Washington, Hunter Schaefer, and Eve Jobs. I don't know who this. And so people were like, I think it's Haley, or I think it's Kerry, or whoever. But nobody knows for sure. And Law was saying that there was like a video where Zendaya was like trying to find a seat for Law Roach at a party, or not a party, at a fashion show, and there was no seat for Law. And a lot of people were like, that was the moment, wasn't it? But Law was like, no, that was not the moment. Zendaya was confused because she didn't know where the chairs were, and that there was no way for her to find out because everything was like being rushed, so it's not her fault. So, but who knows? Oh, but Law did say that he will always, do things for Zendaya, even though he's retired from having any more clients. So he's still styling Zendaya for the culture. Thank God. Next news, we've got the movie Beef. This poster, somebody says it's Steven. How do you say, Adrian? How do you say Steven's last name?
I'm trying to look where.
Remember Tugan Birdie and his Speckle.
Oh, Stephen Young.
And Ali Wong together in a new Netflix movie that's coming out April 6th. 2 days before my birthday. I'm so excited. Yes, he's also from The Walking Dead. But I know him as Speckle from Tugan Bird, okay? I'm sorry. And Ali Wong, legend, alright? Oh my god, we're not talking about Walking Dead. We're talking about Beef, the new movie coming out next month. Actually, less than a month now. And I'm excited. Because Steven and Ali were together in Tugan Birdie. They were the Birds couple. And I shipped them. In the animation. So for them to be coming together in a live action movie, that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Next news! Now! This is what Adrian was talking about last week. The Biden administration is demanding for TikTok to be sold, or it could be banned in the United States. The Chinese-owned app has long been a concern for officials regarding the safety of Americans' data. Somebody says if Joe Biden officially bans TikTok in America, this is going to impact the music industry tremendously. Record labels will be forced to put money back into artist development and go back to the old ways of promoting artists. Did you know that TikTok, like the very early beginnings of TikTok, was how Lil Nas X got famous? I think it was in 2018. Old Town Road went viral on TikTok. I think that's how it started, and then that's how he accumulated his fame, was through that technique that he used on TikTok of getting it trending with funny memes and everything. So this is going to be interesting. Adrian, do you think TikTok is going to get banned?
It's up in the air for that very reason, because people are lobbying very heavily against it. I think that it's if there is a ban, it's probably going to do like some restrictions. I've been watching it closely, so it's up in the air. It's really hard to say, because last time the issue was, it was going in and out, like yes, no, but the real problem, the reason they couldn't come to a conclusion was because there wasn't evidence last time. There was no evidence, it was just hearsay. And it all just came from some guy in Australia who heard it from someone else in India, and it just seems like hearsay. But now they're actually starting to see, okay, well, the data is being, is being able to be given to the Chinese government. The thing is that the best case they have going for them is how the U.S. TikTok has its own database. Problem is that since they're a Chinese company, the Chinese government wanted to, they could say, I want you to give all of the information from all of your databases, including the U.S., and that could be where the problem lies. However, and then there was this whole lawsuit. Oh, they were taking your information. But I mean, in my opinion, what tech company has not taken your information? I mean, you're talking about it's very strange how everyone's like, oh my goodness, China's taking all of our information, yet you literally buy phones and laptops from them, and they
Yep. So I personally think that TikTok is not gonna go away. It's too big. It's. I mean, come on, really? Like after all these years now, because the popularity rose in 2020. So now what? It's been like three years, but since its fame, but it existed previously and was musically at some point back then in 2016, 2015, 2014. I think I don't know how long it's been now, but the app's been around for a pretty good while now. So and there's celebrities on there. There's like so many businesses on there. I don't think it's gonna go. I really don't. But if it does, that's gonna affect pop culture. Just saying. Next news. We've got a woman in the Philippines who spent 4 years praying to a green Buddha. How very St. Patrick's Day of Buddha. A green Buddha figure she purchased from a store. Until one day, a friend pointed out that the Buddha figure she'd been praying to was actually Shrek. Oh my god. So this picture, I don't know if this story is real. I mean, it's from the internet, but it's funny. This picture though looks like a Buddha with a Shrek head that looks like it came from a 3D printer. I can tell because of the way that you can see like the texture looks like the objects that they print in 3D and how it looks layered and all of that. And then you can see like the thin like strings of plastic coming from the hand on the left and then the chin right here. So it looks like it's plastic. And I don't know if somebody 3D printed this and then this account just created a fake story, but it's actually pretty funny to picture a woman praying to this figure of Shrek as a Buddha for years. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw it in because it's funny. Next news. Celebrities what? Oh my god. Are removing their injections and fake body parts because they've become too accessible. Oh my god, yes, the Kardashians, they're reducing their BBLs, they're reducing their injections, and not just the Kardashians, but a lot of people are doing it. And they're saying if you can get fillers to look like Kylie and work at Starbucks, what sets them apart now? We are definitely about to see a shift in beauty culture, mark my words. However, there was comments that were saying, I don't think it's because it's too accessible. I believe it is because the ramifications of having a foreign object in your body are now no longer worth the health issues it comes with. Furthermore, I'm seeing now are how natural bodies are becoming the beauty standards once again. And somebody also commented, a lot of them did those implants in early days, and those implants are definitely causing health problems. That's why half of them are looking like death, and then suddenly you hear an announcement like, they are removing their injections and body parts. Hold on. Say it again.
I said I believe that way more, honestly.
Yeah, about the health thing.
Yeah, I don't believe that they're just doing it all because other people are doing it. Because look, I mean, the truth is, they got those implants, like in the early 2000s. They've been doing that plastic surgery for like 20 years. And even before that, there were other celebrities doing it. And then regular people were doing it, and they knew about it. So, now you want to complain about regular people doing it, but regular people doing it for decades. Like
Courtney Cox from Friends just recently announced that she started to take off her or remove her fillers because she just I don't know if she was having a problem or she just didn't enjoy the way that she looked anymore, things like that. But she got them reduced now, but they were comparing pictures of her when she was super young versus the peak of all of her fillers in her face, and she was saying that she was convinced or whatever to get those fillers because she thought that that was like a thing that she had to do in order to preserve her face. And then whenever it was all said and done, she realized like she looked more for whatever, and it just wasn't worth it. And honestly, like, people just like when they do fillers the wrong way, or it's like way too much, they end up looking like cats, they say. Like a cat's face, like that. And Courtney didn't exactly look like that, but she was getting there. But she did have them reduced, and I don't know if she's gonna have them reduced all the way, but she did reduce them quite a bit, and now she's looking a little bit more like natural, and you can see her real wrinkles a little bit more. What'd you say, Dan?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So a lot of people are saying that, you know, they get used and then they just, either they're not happy with it, or they just feel like it's just causing too many problems. I mean, you and I mutually know someone that had to get their implants taken out because of
Yep. So there's just a lot of, you know, issues that come with the, you know, injections with, what's it called, the like silicone and things like that, and botched surgeries. It happens all the time, so it's a pretty big deal. And I've always thought like, man, like why, unless it was like a big problem. But a lot of these women or people in general that do get the injections, it's like they were pretty before, but their body, their choice. So, but also health issues that come with it are worth it. So up to the person, but definitely there is a trend going on, especially with the Kardashians reducing their BBLs and their injections and things like that. But we will see in the future how things go. Next news, and this is the last one for the night. We've got some art news. Now this one is the artificial intelligence one for AI art. So this person says, just a heads up, Midjourney's AI can now do hands correctly, because before it was the thing that whenever you did AI would mess up the hands. So that's how a lot of people were like, oh, I can see that that's AI because the hands suck, or like it has an extra finger, or the AI generated, like, you know, it generated the hands weird. But now they're saying that just in a matter of months, the AI is starting to perfect the fingers way more. So be extra critical of any political imagery, especially photography you see online that is trying to incite a reaction. And they continued stating, oh, I can see that this is AI. Like, that's what people are saying. Like, I can tell it's AI by this or that imperfection or whatever. But you're really missing the point here. Your parents will glance at this stuff, and the propaganda will succeed if you don't help them. And the wrong thing to do is to say, oh, look at the hands or check out the teeth. This AI photography has only existed for like 4 months. In 2 years, it will be indistinguishable. And I agree. This technology is rapidly just getting faster. Rapidly getting better year or month after month, to be honest. The correct thing to ask is, does this photo cite real sources? Can we prove the origin of this image? But that also is going to be very hard because I don't even cite the sources of these things for my little show I have going on here. But, you know, and then somebody at the bottom said the AI voice changers are also getting scary good as well. There's AI voice changers for Joe Biden, for Donald Trump, for Obama. That sounds like it's really them, but it's not. It's AI. So pretty scary is happening. So artists, be careful, because now it's starting to become like indistinguishable. It's starting to become hard to figure out what is real art or what is like an actual photography that happened versus what is AI generated now. And that it can be helpful, but it can also be deceitful. But you know what? It's happening, so it's always good to be aware. I would say that. It's always good to be aware. Anyways, oh my god. Next segment. I am skipping Artists on the Rise and Guess My Drawing tonight because it's really late. I'm just trying to finish my life. Oh my god. Alright. So, this is my next segment where I talk about there's a screenshot. Oh my god, I'm like falling asleep. There's a screenshot where I talk about anything that I have been watching on my phone, on my TV, on my computer, on my tablet, or on the silver screen itself. Okay, whether it's a movie, show, whatever. We're gonna be talking about what we've been watching this week, and actually today I just watched a movie on Disney Plus called Strange World. I think it came out last year, but I hadn't seen it. And I saw some promotion on Twitter last year, I think, or earlier this year. And people were like, oh my goodness, like, there's LGBTQ plus on there, so go ahead and watch it, and things like that. And now I finally got the chance to watch Strange World. It did come from the Walt Disney Animation Studios, so it's not a Pixar movie. But it is a Disney movie. And I watched it, and at first the storyline itself was like, it was kind of like, in the beginning, like, they had me like, yes, like, I love, like, I'm all for this, like, yes, inclusivity, and the story actually sounds good and interesting, and the plot seems like it's going somewhere. And then maybe like 20-30 minutes in, I'm like some of the characters were getting annoying, or like I was like, I don't know if this movie's gonna be good. Like, the storyline is like crawling right now, like I don't know, like I had to really stay with the movie and to like, I'm like, I have to watch the whole thing through. Like, I gotta give it a chance. And there was a lot of great scenes here and there. I like the concept. And spoilers, I have to talk about the spoilers because, you know, I have to say the spoilers in order to voice my opinion. But if you want to watch Strange World, skip over this, or pause, or lower the volume until I finish the segment. But spoilers for Strange World. At the end, it was revealed that they were like this community that the main characters of the movie, they were on like they thought they were on a planet, right? But they realized that they were not on a planet, that their whole town was actually in a body. And they're like, a body of what? And the movie keeps going and going, and I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna show what they're in? And then finally at the end, huge spoiler, okay, if you don't want to know, huge spoiler, skip, whatever. At the end, it was revealed that they were all along inside of a turtle. Like, of a island that was actually a turtle floating in the water on planet Earth. So I'm like, okay, turtle's body, but there's like an island on the back, and like there's a way to get inside the turtle and live there too. And it's also like this massive turtle island is floating on actual Earth in the water. So I'm like, I wish they kind of revealed that a little bit sooner, because the whole time I'm like, oh my god, are they going to reveal it? Are they going to reveal it? Literally the last second they revealed it. And I'm like, yes. Thank god it wasn't like some weird creature or whatever that didn't make sense. Like, the turtle just made sense. And it also reminded me of Avatar: The Last Airbender too, because there was a floating turtle island in that one too. So I'm like, makes sense. So I like it also because, you know, I like turtles. But actually, you know, I don't know, like, I feel like this, like, the plot, or not the plot, like the speed, not the speed, I don't know, like, the story, the speed of a turtle, the story was like, it wasn't the best, like, I guess, like, as in, like, like, I like the how one of the characters is, I guess they're gay or queer, and the father was very accepting, and the grandpa was even accepting, because I'm like, oh my god, is Disney gonna do this thing where the grandpa's like, you like boys? But no, the grandpa just like, oh, so you like a fella? And I'm like, oh, okay, like, the grandpa's accepting of it. I thought there was gonna be like whatchamacallit, like anger or whatever. I'm like really falling asleep. But no, the whole family was very accepting of the character and all of that, so that was really great. But I feel like some other elements of the story and like how big and massive the world is, I don't know, I feel like it could have been handled better. And some of the other characters too, like the person who was kind of like the bad guy for a second, and then like their way that the person reacted, the character reacted. I don't know. It kind of felt like a little unrealistic, or like really. And there was times where the movie was kind of predictable. I'm like, what just happened was like predictable. Like I was like, this is gonna happen, isn't it? Predictable. So, you know, yeah. So Strange World. If I had to rate it out of 10, I gave it a 6 out of 10 because it didn't make me like there was times like, yes, it's gonna make me feel like woo, you know, like a good movie, like this is a great movie, but then it'd be like, oh, but like why did it go that way? So I don't know, and it felt like there were scenes where I'm like, oh, so this is gonna be like that not lackluster, like like a big scene, like the climax or like the peak of this scene is gonna be great, and then I feel like I kind of seen this before, you know, like some of these scenes are like familiar from other movies, and that was another thought that was going through my head. Like I feel like a lot of the things in the movie were like some of the lines were like, this is not original. Like this has like been said like 10 times in other movies. And like I want to hear something fresh. I want to see something new. I want to like be, you know, I want to see something unexpected. I feel like the best moments of the movie was the energy source that the town ran on, and then the fact that they were in a turtle island. But everything else was kind of like, okay, you know. I don't know. I feel like it was underdeveloped. Like it had everything it needed to be great, but the way that the storyline, like how they laid it out, I don't know. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I think. Underwhelming. Yes, underwhelming. Like not the whole movie. Like there's some parts, you know, but like at the end, I'm like, you know, like I don't even want to watch it again. But like Turning Red, you know I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow. I don't know, just the storyline is so good. The way that they laid out the story, oh, it gets to me. But yeah. Anyways, Ada, what have you been watching?
Netflix. I think I got started with, right? I just got started with a new series. I think I forgot. There's a couple things on there like on my eye.
Pick one.
I haven't followed.
Pick one.
Hold on, let me get to it.
No. I'm saying only pick
Okay.
one.
Okay, so how about I talk about this one? Actually, I was recently getting caught up on, so after having a few things on this, I actually recently just got caught up on the whole news. Well, I realized I did not see Mockingjay Part 2, I only saw the other one. But, I thought it was good. Oh man. This is,
I need to see the last part. I don't think I've seen the last movie.
yeah, it's really good. And they're gonna come out with another. I didn't realize this is actually coming. I think either they already did or they're coming out with another book, another Hunger Games book, and also movie as well. Yeah,
You told me.
And it's gonna, and I'm excited for that because it's a really good series, and it talks a lot about the dystopian futuristic society. I think it does a better job in 1985, at least in the sense of what we were seeing today. And for those that, I won't spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Spoil it.
That's so.
Okay. Hunger Games. I gotta watch it too. I gotta catch up on that. I did watch the first and second movie, I believe, but the last there's 3, right? 4. I gotta watch the last 2. I still haven't watched it. So that is the end of our screen chat segment. Netflix. Okay, we're gonna go right now. We're gonna watch it right now. All right, next segment. the last segment of the night. Bookworm check. All right, bookworm check. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It's like 2 in the morning. But we're gonna get through this live, I promise. And next time I'll do it earlier, okay? I promise. So this is the book, all right? He was the president when I was a kid, and I read Michelle's book, okay? So I'm like, I have to read Barack's now. I have to read Barack's because I love Michelle Obama's. I don't know if it's a memoir, autobiography, but her book Becoming was so good, and it talked about like their life at like in the White House. So that was very interesting to read about because I'm like, I don't really hear too much about like their lives in the White House, like the rules they have to follow and things like that. So I got very intrigued by, oh my god, like how they live, how many people like are literally waiting for them to wake up and then go to sleep, and like they're just never free from the Secret Service at all. And I did not know that Barack Obama, at the time when he was president, the whole time he was president, he had some guy with a giant case, and it had like the switches to like set off a nuclear bomb at any moment in case another country invaded America or attacked America. And I'm like, at all times, this like certain people had to follow Barack absolutely everywhere, even to their vacations. Even to their vacations, somebody had to have the briefcase just in case there was an invasion. Like, what? That's crazy. Like, so I had to get the book. This book came out in 2020. Oh, A Promised Land. That's what it's called. Here it is. A Promised Land. This book is expensive, but I used my COVID money for it. It was $45. Get this book on discount. Get it on discount. But it's been like 3 years now, so it's probably a little bit cheaper. But it's like a Harry Potter book. It's like really thick, long, 700 pages. No, but there's a Harry Potter book with like 800 pages, right, Adrian?
Order of the Phoenix has 800.
Yo, when I was reading the Harry Potter books, I read them so fast because I love them. But this is a hefty one. But hold on, I just started like last night, and let me see what page I'm on. 22. I'm on page 22. He writes really good. I don't know if he had a ghostwriter because he started writing this book after his presidency, his second term ended. Michelle did not have a ghostwriter. At least that's what I read or heard on the internet. Read on the internet. So I don't know if he had a ghostwriter, but in the what is it called? The preface. Is it preface or preface, Adrian? Like breakfast. In the preface, Obama said like, oh, I'm sorry, this book is like almost 800 pages long, but you know, I wanted to write it my way and tell my story my way. So I don't know, I think he did most of the writing, if he did have a ghostwriter. But look at the picture in the back. It's him standing in his office in the White House, and you can see the, what's that monument? You know that monument, Washington DC. You can see it over there. It's pretty cool. I just started it, and basically, I didn't know he was going to talk about his youth like this, but he was talking about his smoking habits back then, which was already like common knowledge. But he talked about it in the book. He talked about how he wasn't even into politics whenever he was, getting into college. When he first went into college, like, I think even in high school he said that all he would do was like talk about girls, music, and play basketball with his friends. So he was like a pretty normal guy, not really into politics, and none of his family were into like American politics at all. They had their opinions, but they weren't involved. And his dad, which I didn't know, he only saw his dad his dad stayed because his dad and mom were divorced. His dad was in Kenya for most of his life, for Barack's life, and then lived with Barack for 1 month when Barack was 10. And after the 1 month was up, his dad left. And Barack never saw his dad again. But his dad sent him letters what a father. But um, his dad was involved in the Kenyan government, so that was like the only thing. But he barely talked to his dad, as it was. So, but Barack was saying the way that he got into politics was actually because he wanted like to get involved in like the communities and help out the communities and like to shape basically the communities into a better place for everybody. And there wasn't really a lot happening where he was back then in the late 70s, early 1980s. But slowly he got involved in communities and organizing and things like that, and like literally going to person, just as like a very young guy in his early 20s in college, just helping however he could, getting people to volunteer to like pick up trash and things like that. So it's very nice to read about these things of this guy who I'm like, oh my god, like, and I was a kid when Barack was elected, right? I was 8 years old, 9 years old. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like this guy's a legend in my childhood. And now to read like his very human memoir, I'm like, oh, like he really didn't really have a clue or even a want to be president that young, you know, like it took quite a while for him to build up to get to that point. And it was really interesting reading about how, and I'm just 20 pages in, but there's so much in 20 pages, about how he went to law school, and then that's how he met Michelle. So the whole story's in there, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more because I'm only 20 pages in of 700. So pretty good book. I'm excited. But actually, it's not that hard to read either. It's not that hard. Because sometimes I'm intimidated by some of these books because I'm like, sometimes the language used is kind of hard to understand. I mean, there's some things where he's talking about like, oh, this happened, and I'm like, I need context from that historical thing that he's talking about, where he makes like a reference, but it's only for like a sentence, and then like he continues talking in layman terms. So an easy way to interpret. So it's a pretty good book. I like it. Barack Obama, A Promised Land. Adrian, what book have you been reading? I am checking you to see if you are still a bookworm.
So, actually, a little earlier, I think you last mentioned a book called We Hunt the Flame. So I'm reading that again. I'm almost done with it. It's like 95 chapters. I'm like
95.
So then, I also found out that they're gonna make a TV show out of it.
Netflix?
I'm like, oh, this is gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be Netflix. They're in production. They're in the early stages of production, so I don't know yet. But it's, yeah. And then they had an interview with the author, and I didn't know that she's actually the first Muslim woman to win the New York Times bestseller. So there's some representation there.
Nice.
Which, I mean,
She's the author, you said?
What?
She's the author of We Hunt the Flame?
The Flame. Yeah. Her name is Hafsa Faisal. And apparently, so here's how it is. Like, she won the bestseller award, and then also on top of it, she actually has, she's in the production. She's actually working with the production of the TV show. So I'm like, and I think that a lot of, because what happens is, you know, because you know, whenever you think of fantasy, you think of like Dungeons, Dragons, Knight, things like that. Like, it's usually like a European twist to it. So this is actually a good break away from that. You know, the usual monotony of that. It's set in the Middle East. And it's, because remember I mentioned, this is literally like Mulan meets Aladdin meets Game of Thrones meets The Hunger Games.
You said that.
Exactly. The main character is literally Katniss Everdeen. Oh my god, in almost every way, shape, and form. And then, you know, she is also like Mulan because she's a woman and she's not supposed to be a hunter, but you know, given all the situation that's gone real bad, it's gotten so bad, they're like, you know what, we're just gonna just suck it up and deal with it being a woman right now because we don't have any other choice. and so they just kind of just had to be like, we have to just take it as is. So then also you have the prince, who is a trained assassin, like a literal trained assassin, and they call him Hashashin, which apparently means assassin in Arabic. So they use a lot of words in Arabic too. The writing style is really, really good. It's very deep. It has a lot of character development. The romance in here is so good. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna take all this Twilight stuff and just throw it in the garbage. Like, and apparently in the interview that I saw with her, and a lot of people say that like when you meet her, she's such a really, 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 really nice lady. And they all say Stephanie Meyer is not so nice. Not very. Yeah.
So that is Adrian's book. What is it called, Adrian?
We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal.
There you go, everybody. We Hunt the Flame. By who?
Hafsa Faisal. You'd have to write it out. You have to look it up. Just
because I don't want to mispronounce it, but teach me how to say it.
Hafsa Faisal. Yeah.
We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa. Faisal. There you go. Go look it up. Google it, everybody. We Hunt the Flame. And I'm reading A Promised Land by Barack Obama. Next week, I'm going to be checking if you guys are bookworms. I'm not going to ask the chat because everybody's sleeping. But next week, I will be on earlier. I have to be. I will be on earlier. I swear I will be. Okay? It's a promise. And finally, everyone, we're here at the end. And oh my god, it's been 2 hours. I've been live. I don't even want to look at the clock. I'm so tired. But you know what? I was like in the middle of making the decision just a few hours ago. Like, do I go live? Is it too late? Do I go live tomorrow or just next week? But I'm like, you know what? No. I made a commitment to stay consistent no matter what. Even if I had a hard day or a long day or just went through something, like, I gotta come through. Because that is my new thing, where I'm being consistent no matter what, and I'm persevering, persistence, discipline, determination, all the things. And even if I was late, I still showed up. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Now, I know I'm about to pass out. But please, let's turn up this music. Let's turn up this music and have a dance party, even though I'm falling asleep. Oh my god. Let's have this dance party, huh? Oh my god. Yes, I need to take off the headphones. Here. Oh my god. We made it, everybody. 2 hours. It's too long for me. Okay. Get away. Mr. Maui. Maui's like every time this song comes on. Tired. I wanna go to sleep. Oh my god. Thank God. It's the end. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Finally, we reached the end. Dun! Oh. I thought it was going to be the dun dun dun. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Watching. My 3 little viewers have been here. Thank God the live stream did not crash for the 3rd time. And I'm happy to do this every week. Next week, I will be back. Dun, 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 dun. Good night, everybody. I'm done. Good night. I'm out. Hey. I had a good time tonight. Dun, dun. I'll be back next Thursday. Hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna start 7 p.m. I'm gonna try for 7 p.m. This is too late now. Dun, 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 dun. Have a good night, everybody. And thank you